Jose Espinosa is back in court, but this isn't his first time. After a prior burglary probation was revoked for fleeing to Mexico, he was given a 15-month state jail sentence. Shockingly, just months after his release, he was involved in a new theft ring as a getaway driver. Now, he's pleading for probation, citing his new family, job, and education. But the judge is skeptical. Why did he commit a new crime so soon after being released? The prosecution pushes for the maximum 18-month sentence, arguing he's already had his second chance. This is the 10th sentencing of a man claiming he's changed, facing a judge who has heard it all before. Will he walk free or finally face the consequences?
Jose Espinosa, 35207, State Jail Felony Theft. Hold on.
This is a sentencing.
Yeah, I thought there's a pre-sentence report in here. This is an announcement.
That's it's a sentence.
He no-showed, Judge, so it came back on the docket as an announcement. That's why it's not sentencing. It was a bond forfeiture.
You're Jose Espinosa.
Yes, sir.
Here in cause number 235207. And earlier, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Dusler. Earlier,
Yes, sir.
you pleaded guilty to the state jail felony of theft. A pre-sentence report has been prepared. If the parties had an opportunity to review it,
Yes, sir.
corrections or changes.
No, sir.
It's made a part of the record for all purposes, and I presume state no changes.
No, Your Honor.
The agreement is whatever sentence shall not exceed a cap of 18 months in the state jail. Please note the issues here. We've got a burglary of a building in 2015 where the defendant was on deferred or unadjudicated probation. That was revoked. He was sentenced to 15 months in the state jail. In 2019, he was revoked on February 8th of 2019, 15 months in the state jail. Strangely enough, this new indictment states states that he committed an offense on June 30th of 2019, which would have been what, 4.5 months after he was sentenced to 15 months in the state jail. That's weird.
Yes, sir.
What do you know?
He did all county time. Yes, sir.
He had accruing time.
Yes, sir. I went to State Jail before that. It's just there were no reason that I got revoked on that probation is just because I couldn't stay clean. But I mean, I don't drink now. I don't even take girls or anything. It's been 4 years that I haven't got in trouble. I just really just live with my family now. So I'm married. I have 2 kids. I go to school right now.
The one that he was on probation for in the burglary of a building, I don't have a number for that.
What's that in this county? Yes, it was. He was traveling. I went to St. Pete when I was focused because I needed help with substance abuse.
It looks like he had a burglary of a building from 2014.
It's burglary of a building.
Okay.
I believe it was
It was next door.
F14.
Can you pull
It's-
the motion to revoke probation and the order?
As the reporting is, that appears to be the only criminal history that he has. And as he stated in the report, he was involved in drugs back then, but he's let that happen. He's gone to safety, and my understanding is all that's been successfully completed. He's got a lot going for him right now. He has a family that he takes care of regularly. He works at Dow Chemical and Maintenance Department. He's been attending LIT, where he is very close to completion as a process operator. So he's got a lot going for him, and probation is appropriate for this young man. I will also point out that there were 2 co-defendants involved in this. One was his brother and another man named Gustavo Vargas. Both of them have already received probation on this case. And his situation, he was the driver of the vehicle after the theft had been committed. So he wasn't actually involved in the taking of the items, even though he admits to knowing what they were doing and was the driver. So I don't feel like that his participation is any worse, and maybe even to a lesser extent than the other people to receive probation. And he's got so much going for him in his life right now. We think that he could successfully complete probation. That's what I assume to do.
Your Honor, the defendant's previously received 15 months. He's had a chance for probation on the burglary building case. He was not able to comply with the terms then, not reporting, pleading true to not reporting, as well as not being able to stay in the county. Your Honor, also him failing to appear, and after committing this offense on December 22nd, 2022, I don't believe the defendant's a good candidate for complying with terms of probation or following the rules. The state's asking for the 18 months state jail.
Sir, I just need just one answer. I'm about to text. You can put me on zero tolerance, sir. I got a receipt here from my daughter. I just fixed her papers last week, sir. And if it's for the 20th, if I had no interest of completing or paying for my consequences that I did 4 years ago, I've been doing good for 4 years, sir. I haven't even. The only thing on my record now is just a ticket for not stopping at not stopping completely at a stop sign. So that's it.
Do you know what the truth is?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what the truth means? Truth?
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you?
Telling you the truth, sir. And that's the truth. I was just
Why was your probation revoked the first time?
because I couldn't stay clean, so I couldn't report because the same thing. But that was back then. So you can hear a part of me now. You can do blood test. I don't.
Oh, we're going to work on your schedule.
No.
We're going to do what you want.
No, sir. I just need to maintain my balance, sir. I mean, I just need one thing, so that's all it takes.
So you failed to report. Is that what happened? You just didn't report on that other probation?
Because I couldn't stay clean. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
why didn't you report?
Because I was scared, because I was dirty. And I found
Oh, I mean, why didn't you report? They could help you.
so, and I was I was younger, sir, and I didn't know.
Did you know better?
I didn't know better back then.
How old were you?
I was 20 at the time, sir.
Oh, is that like a 3-year-old? You were an adult for 3 years.
Just need one chance, sir. Please, sir. I have 2 kids, sir. 3 and 2. 3 and 2.
How many did you have 3 years ago?
Nothing, sir. Everything happened after this accident happened, sir. I've changed my life, sir. I got married. I got 2 kids now. I got 72% down on my degree. I should be projected to graduate on spring of 2023, sir, from LIT. I got a permanent job right now at Dow Chemical as a maintenance guy, sir.
Why did they revoke your probation?
So I was ready to appear, sir. Ready to appear to my probation date.
That was him?
Yes, sir.
That was the only reason?
Yes, sir. Because
Dude, you went to Mexico.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
No, you didn't. That's not what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Did you forget you went to Mexico? You fled to Mexico?
I was scared, sir. I was young.
So let's get this straight.
Yes, sir.
So your probation was revoked
Yes, sir.
in February 8th of 2019.
Yes, sir.
You learn your lesson?
Yes, sir.
You did learn a lesson.
And I just made a slip.
You made a slip?
Yes, sir.
When did you make the slip?
In 2009, sir.
How long after you were sentenced to state jail and your probation was revoked? How long was it that you committed another offense?
A few months, sir.
A few months.
And then after that, it's not
Less than 3 months.
Yes, sir. And after that, there was nothing more, sir. I learned my lesson, sir. I just need one chance, sir.
I'm sorry, you had your chance on the last case that you failed on.
I need one chance, sir.
Anything else?
So nothing further from the station.
Look, you're pleading. This court gets so frustrated because you have more than you had a chance when we placed you on probation. Then the lady next door placed you on probation in 2015. You failed on that in 2019. You fled the country.
In my way back.
You fled your country, this country. We couldn't find you.
I turned myself in, though, sir. I turned myself
Wait.
to the probation
Wait.
officer.
Here's the problem.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me very closely. You don't set the rules. You're not the judge. You're not the boss, but you decided you were in your case. You set the rules. But you learned a lesson. You learned such a great lesson that in 3 months you would commit another crime.
Not to tell, I've never done anything more, sir. 4 years now.
I'm sorry. One was too many. We made a big deal about it. We made a big deal. You fled to Mexico to run away from this, answering to this crime and fessing up to it. So we sentenced you. Right after that, you commit another crime, and here you are. But you really learned your lesson this time, really.
Yes, I have looked, so if I can just show you. So here,
Don't hide behind your kids. Don't use them as a shield from your responsibilities. Don't use them as a shield from your mistakes when you knew better. Shame on you. Shame on you for being a bad parent. Shame on you for being a bad person who didn't follow the rules.
I had them, sir. I had them after the thing happened, sir. They weren't even in my timeline until this happened. Then I learned my lesson, sir. I got married in 2021, sir.
Okay, so she had children.
No, I had my first baby was born in 2020. This case happened in 2019, July 2019. It's 4 years now, sir, and I have not committed any other crimes, sir. And I've been going to school all this time, and I can show you my records right here from school, sir. My license, sir.
Why did you get in trouble a second time? How many times is it? Do you keep interrupting everybody? Is that the way you do things? You interrupt everybody? Because you want it on your terms. You're the boss. That's it. No. It's pretty just like the guy before you. You want to be in control. It's your rules. You want to set your rules. And you want to be able to have all the time in the world to try to talk your way out of responsibility. Shouldn't have committed the second crime. Shouldn't have committed the first one. Anything else?
No, sir.
Earlier, you pleaded guilty here voluntarily to this state jail felony of theft. In 235207, you were mentally competent to do so. You understand the consequences of pleading guilty. There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty once again of another crime. And this is the state jail felony of theft. I am following this agreement. You were hereby sentenced to confinement in the state jail for 18 months, as the state has requested. And I find that the state's request is reasonable under these circumstances. You were placed on probation earlier in the early case of cause number 14-20386. While on probation, you violated the probation, not only failing to report, but fleeing to Mexico. You returned back, your probation was revoked. You were sentenced to 15 months in the state jail for burglary of a building. Then, just 3 months later, you were committing the state jail felony of theft, along with some other people who were stealing things from people who were shopping at the HEB pantry. Also, apparently there was an event at a Walmart as well. You were the driver of the car that was used in the thefts. And the items that were stolen were found in the car. Well, it's nice that I guess that you have now come to appreciate and understand that the rules are supposed to be followed and people are not supposed to be victimized. And you say you got children now. The question is, why couldn't you have grown up
and be a mature adult like you are on your own without having children to say, well, now I'm going to follow the rules. It ought to be enough that you should appreciate and respect other people and their property. I don't really find it. I'm a parent. I'm a grandparent. And I can't imagine using my children or my grandchildren to throw them in front of a judge to try to ask for leniency, because those children, they're not part of this. It's your choices, your decisions that you're here for. Children don't have anything to do except you're a poor role model. And you need to do a lot better. That is